All right. People are here. Very cool. Hey, everyone. Glad you're here. Okay, today is quantum consciousness. That means information. So you're invited to ask questions. Let me give a little info first, and then you can ask questions. Okay, so today it is, we have the power to heal. Okay, so we absolutely do. All right, and it's like discovering, learning, how do we have the power to heal. Well, first you have to understand that we actually co-create our world. We co-create our lives. We co-create our experiences. So even health issues or mental, emotional issues, so it doesn't matter what that is, we are co-creators. We have created our world, our lives together. Okay, so when we look at each person as an individual, as a soul evolving, if you remember that we are literally creation itself. We are the consciousness of creation in physical form in multiple bodies, multiple forms. Okay, and the desire is to reunite completely back into that oneness. And in order to do that, it's really about knowing ourselves in all ways. And that means everything, the good, the bad, the beautiful, the ugly, everything, no matter what that is, we want to experience everything. Okay. Now keep in mind, it's at a soul level. Okay. And also remember, when we're not in physical form, we don't have physical pain, okay? We don't have emotional pain. None of that's existing. It's only when we are in this physical form that we're having all of these experiences. So creation itself is experiencing itself through these physical forms that we are. So when you understand that you've agreed to have many, many, many experiences, to know yourself in all these ways, what happens is when you have something happen in this you can use this life. Okay, you got a trauma, you draw conclusions about that trauma, the beliefs around it, and then the victimization around it, the blaming around it, the poor me around it, and these energies get anchored in. So when we have these and these beliefs anchored in our subconscious, remember, it is through our subconscious that we are creating our reality. Okay, so if you've got a belief that, let's just say there's some kind of physical ailment or disease or illness, and you have a belief from past incarnations that, because you've also had intense experiences where you've anchored it in that you're never going to be okay, you're never going to be free, you're never going to be well, whatever. So you got that belief anchored in. So whatever you're believing, that's what you're going to create. So if you actually watch your life, look at your world, look at what's manifesting in your life. Okay, what is happening in your life? And if you really get and understand that, it's actually coming from you, not somebody else. It's not like someone's doing it to you. We are creating our reality. This is vitally important. And it's finally, the other people are starting to understand this. Other people are writing about this. Okay, it's really cool, finally. And it's actually the absolute truth. Okay, so we are made in the image of creation in that we create. Okay, we're constantly, everything we are creating, we're doing it, nobody else. Okay, so again, in our subconscious, whatever we're holding, whatever beliefs we have, that's what's going to play out. That's what's going to be created. That's what we're going to experience. So for us, we really do have the ability to heal. And what it means, though, is, are you willing to face yourself? Are you willing to go in and look inside and unravel the misperceptions of reality, the beliefs, the fears and anxieties? Are you willing to really look within at your own self to have the ability to start clearing and healing your own life? Okay. Most people are terrified to go in. I mean, look what we have done. Most everyone has found a way to avoid really deep emotional places, avoiding lots of intensity, avoiding their own fear, avoiding terror, avoiding anger, avoiding rage, avoiding many emotions that we aren't comfortable with, okay? So here's the thing. You've been doing it for lifetimes. You've been avoiding not going through massive amounts of emotional energies, and they don't just go away, okay? This is what you need to understand. If you don't heal something that's been traumatizing in this lifetime, it's going to be carried with you until you do. That's partly what's happening right now, is throughout our own soul's evolution, evolving and experiencing, we keep anchoring in traumas and beliefs because we don't go through those when they happen. We don't know ourselves in those ways when they happen. Okay, so now's the time, because now what's happening is we've got the new paradigm happening, and the new world, new earth, which is also part of the new paradigm. So energies are no longer being buried and stuck and held and conscious. Now with the energy frequencies, everything's coming to the surface. Why do you think the world looks the way that it does? Okay, because we are in the midst of the unraveling and the new paradigm, and anything of the old ways aren't going to survive, and they can't move through the veils of the new paradigm. So if you were holding on to all this emotional energy, pain, suffering, hatred, greed, poor me, victimization, I'm disempowered, I'm not loved, I'm not worthy, you're trying to move through the new paradigm. You can't go through those veils because you're holding on to the negativity. Okay, so those that will be incarnating in the future, probably we're not completely there yet. But that transition, where if you're holding on to negativity, darkness, blackness, hatred, greed, poor me's, victimization, all of that, you won't be incarnating here. You will be incarnating somewhere, okay? But it won't be here, okay? So if you really want to be happy, you want to be well, you want to have balance, peace, harmony in your life, in your world, you want to open your heart to joy and aliveness and the truth of who you are, then you're going to have to face what's within. You're going to have to go in at some point and start unraveling your misperceptions, your beliefs, your conclusions, and all the victimizations and all the conclusions, everything that you've been pulling forth through all these other lifetimes. You're going to have to face it, okay? No matter what, that's it. There's no way around it, okay? Yes, SA does, my spiritual acceleration SA does unravel and clear massive things that are not you. That's the truth, okay? And there are some things that you're going to have to know. And the only way to know it is by going through your experience, going through the emotions with your heart open, stay in the body, conscious and present, while fully knowing these energies, by fully knowing the energy that you're going through, okay? But it does mean, you're not in your mind, you're not telling story, you're not, thoughts, you are the emotion itself. That is how you know the emotion, that is how you unravel it and clear it and release it, so that you don't have to keep doing whatever that emotion was activating, whatever that kind of issue was, whatever that belief is or was. And when you unravel it, then that particular journey of your soul's evolution is done. You got it. You know it. You understand it. You've completed it. Now you move on to whatever's next. Okay. So our beliefs, okay, for example, like everybody, I find this in everyone. I go back, I look in your live stream, I go to your subconscious, and I find things like you undermining yourself, okay, punishing yourself, torturing yourself, judging yourself, hating yourself. This is in your subconscious. So if you think that you're going to create wellness and money and abundance and love, prosperity, happiness, joy, when you have those things running in your subconscious, you're mistaken. You will not. You will not be creating any of that. You'll be creating suffering, poor me, not enough money, no good, the relationships aren't working, torturous relationships, the suffering, okay? But the key that has to happen is you have to understand that you're the one creating it, nobody else, you, okay? This is a hard one to come out of. This is an intense teaching that people don't want to believe. They don't want to own it. They get mad at me, blame me, whatever, okay? And until you finally wake up and understand and realize that you really are the creator of your reality, then you're going to just live in that victim consciousness, the blame game, the poor me, all of that. This is why I teach the Know Thyself people. I'm giving you high-level teachings in there, less homework, and I can tell you people are having major unravelings, okay, and waking up. It's not hard. I mean, it's hard. It's not fun. And who wants to think, wait a second, you know, my mother, my father, my uncle, my aunt, or whoever, my brother, my sister, friends, or whatever, they hurt me, they damaged me, they attacked me, they beat me up, they violated me, they molested me, you know, they punished me, they put me under, tried to drown, whatever, okay? Why is that happening? Because in your subconscious, carried over from past lives, you've got it anchored in, you deserve to be punished, okay? You deserve to suffer. Now, not only do you have you in your subconscious punishing you, you're going to have other people from past lives wanting to punish you, torture you for whatever you've done, seemingly done to them, okay? So you also have carryover from victims, like anybody you victimize. Oftentimes, some of you are trying to save the world, save others. So you've been trying to save people, protect people. So then you got all these other victims that you've been trying to help in your body, in your subconscious as well, okay? So you got all these things inside of you that are not you. You have all these discarnates, victims of yours, and trying to save the victims. You've got other people's emotions and beliefs and programming. If you haven't been cleared yet, you're going to have your mother's energy still in you to this day, your father's energy in you to this day, unless you have cleared this out, okay? You will be affected by other people's emotions that have their desires and beliefs that they're pushing on you, okay? You'll have other programming of others. So when you're in the womb of your mom, this is something to really, just really hear this, okay? When you're in the womb of your mother, whatever this being has lived, whatever she's still holding, you're drinking it in as though it's yours. So you're taking on all your mom's poison, all of it, okay? And you come out of the body, okay? It's still there. No matter what you do, unless you focus and clearly, intentionally clear out your mother's energy, it's still in you. How many times have you felt like, whoa, sounds just like my mother? Oh, acting like my mother. People tell you, hey, you're acting like your mom, you know, or your dad, okay? But because you got both. But these just don't go away because you want them to. These things don't leave your body just because you die, okay? So all these energy frequencies that you've been holding on to that are in your subconscious just give you all the reason why you don't deserve, okay? So if you got your mother's energy, and let's just, you know, she's got traumas and crisis and horrors and whatever she's lived, you still have that. You got all of your past lives, and then you wonder why life isn't wonderful, why you're not full of joy and happiness. Keep happening, okay? And then that whole victim thing, why is this happening to me? I mean, look at our song. I mean, it's not just country western songs either. It's other songs like somebody done somebody wrong song, you know, you did this to me, you're hurting me, okay? You, the big old blaming, blame, okay? So if you want to play the dance in that arena, nothing's going to change, right? And when you start understanding, you start waking up, you start realizing, whoa, intense. Yes, I create my reality. Oh, dang, I can't be blaming my mother, my father, my brother, my sister, my aunts, my uncle, my grandparents. I can't blame. I can't blame all my clients. I can't blame all these people in the world. I can't blame. Blaming stops, okay? So what begins to happen when we start anchoring in and understanding and owning that I create my reality, you create your reality 100%. We have co-creation happening so we can reenact things to activate us so we can be done. But basically, we're the ones pulling everything to us, calling it to us, everything, okay? So the key of the journey is you got to wake up to that. It's an absolute. It's not just a belief. It's an absolute. You are the one creating your reality. Okay. So you have to look at your beliefs. Look at your beliefs around money. Look at your beliefs around relationship. The male, the female. Look at your relationship or beliefs around mothers and fathers. Okay. So everything, you've got a charge in your body, and that charge, when you have a reaction, that's showing you what your beliefs are. That's showing you that you got an angst in here. You got a misperception in here. Okay, so your body's always talking to you. You got to learn how to pay attention. You know, let's say you're out having lunch with somebody, they say something and you take it personal. You can feel a grab in your body. That's your red flag right there. Oh, there's something in me, a belief. This is hitting a belief that's affecting my creating my reality. Okay, so again, it's like we all have to become aware of the absolute truth that we create our reality 100%. All that's happening is we have soul family, we have our higher levels, we have all our many aspects of us that are connecting with other people's soul levels, higher levels, aspects of them, co-creating to bring us the opportunity to unravel and heal, to feel what we have not unraveled and felt, okay? So if I have a belief from a past life that I'm going to be on, that I was on, let's just say, hypothetically, okay. So let's just say someone was ostracized way back in their life stream, cast out. And in that, they died slowly, feeling forlorn, feeling lost, feeling helpless, hopeless, forsaken. So they anchored it in because they died slowly and they kept believing these beliefs rather than going through the emotions that were being activated, okay? So then those energies get anchored into the soul imprint, person's body dies, and then you go up and make agreements and contracts with all your soul family. It's like, okay, I didn't get it this time. I need to go through what it feels like to be ostracized, to feel like I don't belong, I'm not a part of, I'm not welcome, I'm not wanted, okay? It'll come in different ways, but this is one way. Okay, so you make agreements, so now it's going to happen again in a different way. So you get incarnated, and then you take on all your mom's energy and your dad's, and then as you grow up, things start happening, and lo and behold, you have good friends, and all of a sudden something happens, and they don't want you anymore. You get ostracized, kicked out, and again, that deep pain is there again. Now you have the opportunity to go through it so that you can unravel it, so you can be done with it, so you don't have to create that kind of experience any longer. But without the teachings, you don't know that. And so what you'll do is you'll be blaming, they did that to me. Yes, I'm brokenhearted. Yes, poor me. Yes, I'm shattered. But you're not going through the emotions. You might be crying and feeling, but the only way to know these emotions and these feelings is to go through them by becoming them without thought, without thinking anything. You are that emotion. That's how you do it. And that surrender into the emotion, no matter how intense it is, how painful it is, how shattering it is, no matter you think you're going to go crazy, you're going to die, you keep going through it, okay? When you know it fully at the soul level, you're done. You got the lesson. You know what it feels like to be ostracized, okay? Cast out, not wanted, not belonging. Now you don't have to recreate that one again, okay? Thank goodness. Okay, then move on to the next piece, all right? But the good news is when we really look at the energies, everything really stems from initial core separation from the all that is, and that has that belief feeling of not being loved, which is the angst of all of humanity, okay? So when you clean that stuff up, things start happening in a different way. Your health gets better, your energy gets better, your life gets better, your love gets better. More and more and more and more just starts working, even in the midst of chaos, in the midst of devastation and destruction, in the midst of people dying of hunger, starvation, natural disasters. You are still in a state of oneness, connectedness, heart open, feeling the frequency of unconditional love for others, and understanding and knowing that everyone is a soul evolving, everyone has agreed to their experiences, and everyone has the same opportunity, okay? So It's like no matter what they're experiencing, that's their journey. You've got your own. And I promise you, you've had massive things happen. You've experienced atrocities, great suffering, great heartache, heartbreak. You've experienced it all. But now, rather than continually reenacting the same old repeatedly for hundreds of lifetimes, now we have the opportunity with the new paradigm, the frequency of the new paradigm, to finally move through all of these deeply seated beliefs that are anchored in the subconscious. Okay, so we are in the times now to start unraveling and releasing all of that so that we can really truly live the truth of who we are, which is a divine being, creator incarnate, pure love and light in the very core of who we are, and sharing the gift of who we are, sharing the gift of me, sharing the gift of you, the pure you, not the broken, shattered, misperceived, unconscious, asleep, poor me. That is not you, okay? You are a beautiful light, divine being. I used to witness this. I saw this way back when I first started working with people in the 80s, 1986, when I became a professional healer. Prior to that, I did readings, but I claim that as when I really, really got paid, okay? So everyone is that. Everyone has that light. I even would see it in demons. I would see it in evil. And if I could activate that light, I can't tell you how many demons literally got released and went into the light, okay? So people, we create our reality. We do have the power to heal. But the power to heal comes from the unraveling and clearing the subconscious, because all the illnesses and diseases begin from some kind of dis-ease, beliefs, pain, emotional pain, okay? The body is an incredible, alive, organic energy, conscious frequency that has the ability to heal itself, okay? So not just the physical body, but the emotional body, the mental body, all levels of who we are, we have the ability to truly heal, okay? If you don't understand who we are and that we do have that ability, then, you'll stay in the blame game, you'll stay in the poor me game, you'll stay in the suffering game, right? So, it's like, do you want to, another thing too, do you want to be happy? Do you want to wake up and live free? Or do you want to be right? Okay, so you can fight to be right and you can prove to be right. Go to court, you'll win, you're right, okay? But is it going to change anything within? No. You have to be willing to face yourself when you get activated. When you have a reaction, you need to understand, what is that opportunity? Can you take that opportunity? Are you going to take that opportunity? If you don't, you'll be doing it again repeatedly, okay? Just so you know. All right, so I do have a reminder. We do have a group clearing in about 35 minutes. It's called Do You Feel Worthless? Okay, people, I'm telling you, this is all part of the unraveling of your subconscious. If you feel worthless, what are you going to create? You're not going to bring in money, love, connection, abundance, wealth, joy, happiness, good health. You're not going to do it if you feel worthless, okay? So get in on that one, all right? Now, I just want to see if there's any question before we come to an end here. Okay, hang on. What? I just lost that one. Where'd it go? Okay, I just lost something. I saw something. All right. There's something here. What is this? Okay, and that bind does have a whole. Okay. Okay, so some of the ways that we can support you with products that you can buy is the master classes. Just so you know, there's 4 of them. One of them's on karma, one of them's on, I don't remember, but these things are like 12, 16 hours of recordings, videos, teachings, demonstrations, activations, blah, blah, blah. So if you haven't found those, you might want to. Those are amazing. Okay, how do we go right here? Okay, what do you think we can do to protect ourselves against the frequency weapons being used on people? Yeah. Okay, again. Okay, let's come back to my beliefs. If I in any way have any kind of belief that I'm going to be hurt, that things are going to get to me, attack me, whatever, then that's going to happen. Okay? So I'm actually talking to you now from a much higher level of consciousness teachings. All right? So if I clean up my beliefs around these kinds of things, then it's amazingly what will happen is I won't find myself in circumstances or places where I am experiencing these kinds of attacks. Okay? I'm telling you, people, there's something that's very amazing about who we are, what we do. But when we no longer have a thing in our body that says, attack me, hurt me, let's just say that this is that, okay? Weapons being used on people, the frequency, okay? So somewhere in my subconscious, in my past lives, I got it anchored in some kind of deserving, some kind of suffering, okay? Some kind of belief, power over people, power over me, being taken advantage, things of that nature. So I'm going to have that. So I'll be susceptible and find myself in places, even living in some place where that can very well happen. So if I clean that up and I shift and change that vibration from me out of my subconscious, it doesn't live there anymore. So there's nothing to draw that magnetizing together. Okay? This is true with everything. No matter what it is, it's true with everything. Okay? You're not going to protect yourself against something by putting up shields or trying to use your will or whatever you think you're going to do. You're going to do it by clearing out the energies that would draw that to you, or that there's higher levels would co-create where you're going to find yourself in that area or place where it's going to happen. Okay, hopefully I'm making sense, because these are absolutes that I'm telling you. Absolute truths, okay? It's all about you. You create your reality. You guys, you got to come out of this. Things are being done to you. I get it. I understand that right here in this planet, yes, things are happening, and it does look like we're being hurt, where this is happening. All these things are being done to us. We got beings in power. We got alien stuff happening. We've got government happening. We got 1%ers happening. We got military happening. All of these energies, working people, working to get people disempowered. Okay, all these things are true and real. And when you don't hold these wounds in your subconscious, you're playing a different game. You're not playing the game of victimization, poor me, blame. You're not playing that game anymore. You're playing the game of pure love and light, heart open. The frequency that you will draw to you with heart open is going to be a much different frequency than what you've been playing with. So now you're going to be holding a much higher frequency. And what are you going to draw to you? Positive things, good things, loving things, okay? It doesn't mean that you got everything out of your subconscious. And the more you unravel and clear, the more light you hold, that's what you draw to you. Think of yourself as a magnet. If you got all this wounding in here, misperceptions, that's what you're going to get. Period. Bottom line. You clear this stuff, heal this stuff. Again, you don't have to be 100% because that's not possible. But the clearer you are, the lighter you are, this is what you will draw to you. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. 100% absolute guaranteed. All right, everyone. Okay, I'm going to sign off because I got to get ready for our group clearing coming up on Do You Feel Worthless? So hopefully you'll show up there. because deep unraveling is going to happen today. I'll be helping you to be able to create more of what you really want, be activating more of your pure light within so that you can create a life that has more joy and happiness. Okay? All right, everyone. Hopefully I'll see you there. Cool. Till next time.